All right. We're live. No countdown. We're just going straight into it. Welcome to the Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast. I am joined by my special guest for today, uh, Smartest Mark Alive.
How are
Welcome
you
to
guys? Nice to meet you, man. And yeah, good to be here. We go back and forth a little bit on Twitter with a lot of the pro wrestling stuff that we share, which is great. So
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
lovely to be here and meet people like yourself, and like me, just kind of content creators starting out that have a good outlook on the industry. So yeah, lovely
Yeah,
to be here, man.
for sure. Honestly, I'm happy that I was able to get you to come on. I did see yesterday you were on my buddy's Flight Zone
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Byron, I met Byron. He reached out about a week ago. We, yeah, teed up their podcast yesterday. That was a really good conversation with him as
yeah,
well. And yeah, he said after that I think you guys already spoke as well that I was coming on as well. So yeah, maybe in the future we can do something else together, which would be cool.
yeah, for sure. And honestly, a lot of stuff has been happening. I mean, just tonight, we
Yeah,
got an eventful night on Collision. We started off the show announcing Motor City Machine Guns are now All Elite. Uh,
yep,
we now have heading into All In a tournament, a Continental Cup, seemingly a lot like the New Japan Cup for the
yep,
Continental Championship. John Moxley automatically in it. We also have Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Nigel McGuinness announced. And it seems like we will be getting about 10 or 11 more guys for a 16-man tournament,
yeah,
which is
awesome.
good because I think AEW does decently well with tournaments.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, interesting you say that as well. I haven't been able to watch Collision yet. I'm going to be doing that after the stream as well to
yeah,
catch up. But I did hear about that Continental Cup as well. And interesting you say about the tournaments as well with AEW because I literally just before we got on and I saw Motor City Machine Guns came on that like I think they should do a tag team tournament with about 16 teams that they got there.
yeah,
So yeah, they do tournaments really, really well because obviously they're geared more towards the wrestling, like in-ring action style.
for sure.
So yeah, that'll be exciting.
But we are going to kind of head back to the point of this podcast stream episode, which is to review AEW Redemption, and we will be talking about WWE SummerSlam, giving
Yep.
predictions and talking about the choices that we'll call it that, the choices of heading into it. But I'm starting off with just by saying lately I have been coming off as a total sicko AEW shill, and I know that. Uh, Given what I'm given as the alternative,
Yeah.
I think I am justified for it. Now I will say Redemption, I would argue, was probably the worst AEW pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah. I agree. I
Uh
agree.
not because of the talent for sure, like in-ring talent, it's
Yeah.
one of the better ones actually, but
Mhm.
it just felt filler, kind of predictable a lot,
Yeah.
most of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Uh
was my gripe with it too, and like I
yeah.
completely agree with you. I'm kind of the same. Um, like I'm very open on all my shows and whenever I release videos and whatever that I'm probably like I like AEW a lot more product wise right now than
Yeah,
WWE.
for
And it's
sure.
not about shilling or being like,
Yeah.
fuck WWE or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's just in my opinion, it's just a much better product at the moment. Now,
1 second.
yeah. And
You can
like
go.
so yeah, it's just a much better product right now, in my opinion. But that's not to say some other people might look at it and say WWE is a better product to them. That's cool as well. That the whole point of
Yeah.
like my channel and yourself, like just have a conversation with people. If they like it, then that's cool. No worries. No need to like abuse people just because they
Yeah.
like AEW or vice versa. So, but
Right.
I completely agree with what you said about Redemption. It was I said the same thing. It was probably the worst pay-per-view they've ever done in terms of storylines and meaning and everything like that. The only one that comes to mind that was probably as bad was probably the first World's End.
And the thing is, with that, I did hear you mention that yesterday with Byron. Honestly, I thought the first World's End also had some pretty good, like, bright spots. Like, I think what's it called? Despite the strange things behind Miro in AEW, like the unexplainable, like, constant absences, and I think Miro and Andrade was fine. I thought what's it called? Joe and MJF, despite the ending regarding the devil and everything. I mean, it was a good moment. I think it was pretty good. So.
But that was my point I was making as well yesterday, and on the videos I said as well about it. Like, when we say, it was probably the worst pay-per-view they've done, and it was, as I just said before, it might be as bad as World's End.
Yeah.
When we say bad in terms of like pay-per-views for AEW, their bad is still like 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right. So like their redemption card, even though we think it's probably the worst, is probably better than what the WWE's given us since probably Crown Jewel last year.
And Redemption had like some insane matches. They had Kyle Fletcher and Bandito, which in my opinion stole the night. They had surprisingly Jericho and Ciampa went way better than I expected. Andrade and Mark Davis was great. When you have constant, I'd say 10 plus out of 10 pay-per-views, inevitably you're gonna kind of underwhelm and hit a mark when you get like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Which is fine. Like, if it's once in a while, like that happens.
100%. And that's like the bar that they've set for themselves, which is great. Like, they're kings of pay-per-view. I don't think anyone can deny that. And even this is what I was saying at the start, going back to what we were saying, like being the sickos and things like that in Italy. Like, I pretty much said, there was a lot of problems with Redemption. The matches went too long, too many false finishes, and all this type of stuff. But like, even though it was classed as one of their bad ones, it's still better than what the WWE's given us. And then I got, Tribalist and why you compare it to the WWE and all this stuff. It's not.
Unfortunately, like, we have to now anticipate the very real possibility that this is being AEW's worst pay-per-view of all time, and it's probably going to be better than their second biggest PLE coming right up this week.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the point. Like, their bar is so high at the moment where, like, we kind of take it for granted a little bit. Like, if that was Backlash, for example, and slap a WWE logo on that, we'd probably be coming out of that thinking far out. Like, I haven't seen wrestling that good on WWE in years. So yes, it's just a matter of perspective, and people are going to like what they like. So
Redemption, it was definitely weird. I unfortunately did miss the first match, which was the ladder match. I haven't been able to go back and watch it. I'm sure it was fantastic.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
And they only went about, it was actually, ironically, ladder match. It was the shortest match on the show. They went about 12 and a half minutes, which was probably the biggest, I would say, negative coming out of the show.
Well, apparently, bell to bell, it went 1940.
Was it?
Yeah, the bell to bell, the shortest match was Andrade and Davis.
And what, 19 minutes? Yeah, so it's just like, coming into a pay, that was the biggest gripe for me. Like, coming into that pay-per-view that was thrown together, slapped together, not pretty much no stories at all coming into it, except for Ospreay and Death Riders. Like, as much as Fletcher and Bandito had a fantastic match, like, they could have trimmed about 12 minutes off that. The last 5 to 7 minutes was just spam finishes and all this stuff. Although that's their style on that, but there's no meaning to, like, there's no story, no background at all. Like, they can easily have an awesome match for 15 minutes. and the
I
card can go for 4
I
hours, not
don't know if it
6.
was the ladder match or if it was the title match, but apparently Tony Khan did mention Mystico was supposed to fight Kyle
Yeah,
Fletcher. I don't know if
yeah,
that
yeah,
was meant to be the ladder match that Mystico would win and fight at Grand Slam Mexico. Probably,
yeah,
I think is more
yeah.
likely because what's it called? Mystico is like the number one baby face of
Of course.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Uh,
I heard that as well because it like in the I guess storyline wise doesn't really make. Obviously, Bailey was potentially going to win it anyway, being in Montreal, but yeah, it makes a lot more sense if it would have been Fletcher and Mystico at Grand Slam next week. So yeah,
yeah.
probably right there.
I mean, that's why I thought like they might do like Beast Mortos, they could do El Clon, they could
Yeah.
do Commander again if they want. I thought Commander was a long shot because they already did it, but
Mm.
if they wanted to run it back, they could have. But I'm happy for Speedball winning.
Mm.
Let's go.
He gets a lot of slack online. Like so many people just don't like the guy. I mean, I kind of do.
How?
Like in the ring, like I love watching him wrestle. I understand the charisma wise and things like that. Like when he cuts promos, it's not great. He sounds like he's like really just reading from the script, and I get that part. But in the ring, man, the guy does so much cool shit and stuff that you don't see anywhere else. Like he's so different.
I think it's because Speedball doesn't really have anything to like. Speedball's the kind of guy that if you have like a mini feud or like something like a one-off, you don't. He's not gonna be able to give like a good promo.
Yeah.
But if you have something like a really strong like feud or storyline, I think he could be decent on the mic. Like if they kept hammering, what's it called, Speedball and Kevin Knight all the way until All In, I feel like that would mean something. But and he would overperform. But I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's probably where they're heading as well with All In. Well, that's where they should head anyway. With Speedball and Kevin Knight for the TNT Championship. That's probably where they are heading.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I
thought for a moment, I thought they were going to do Hangman and Kevin Knight. But because I think Shivani did mention one collision on commentary, whoever's TNT champion would see Hangman soon. But I guess maybe they'll have Hangman align with Brodito. What's it called? Because apparently they're gonna fight for the trios titles at Grand Slam Mexico. But
okay.
that could be something. I would be interested in seeing Hangman with Brodito. Gives Brodito stuff to do. Hangman going for a title that's not the world title.
Yeah, definitely could be cool. It's just more of those like the trios titles is one of the titles in AEW where the direction has just been ever since like Death Triangle and the Elite had them, and House of Black actually they were probably the last ones to hold it.
Yeah,
it actually like really meant something. Then after that, it just kind of fell off the cliff, and they're just
like House of Black are solidified forever as the best trios champs.
Yeah, 100%. They really made them mean something. That like they looked cool. Now
I would argue like when House of Black had them for not that long that they did, but they were like that's why when people are like talking shit about Malachi in AEW, I'm like he literally made the trios titles mean something like really means like I would argue at that time the trios titles were more important than the world title. I'm not even kidding. That's how good House of Black was.
I was a big fan of House of Black. I really was. I like their aesthetic. They're obviously all three of them are really good in the ring. Interesting to see what happens when Buddy comes back. He's going to be coming back very, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops up like next week or something like that on the road to All In with maybe Alistair. So if they sign him, because obviously there's a bit of conjecture back if he's if they even like the wrestlers get along with him and whatever. So we'll see what happens there. But I think the trios titles. I actually really liked the move last night with the Demand because it gives them at least something to do and be like a legit trio, and they're really good. I think Toa and
for sure.
are really good. And
Gates of Agony
obviously
are
Ricochet's really good.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Ricochet, this is I'm not even joking. This is the best run of Ricochet's career. I would say even
yeah,
over Lucha Underground. Like this
yeah,
is so good.
yeah.
For
I've loved
Ricochet.
his heel run. I've loved his heel run. I think if you just give him a little bit of a story, it'd be interesting to see what happens if his wife comes in as well. Like what's going on there. I think eventually, like they need to, after this trio's run, hopefully when they drop him in a few months or whatever it is,
Yeah,
he takes a pin, and then Gates of Agony just take him out, and then that's the demand's dead. They can go onto the tag team division, and
yeah.
he can go back to doing singles, and maybe his
Yeah,
wife comes in and
or they
gets
could
involved.
just have Ricochet go back to singles and Gates
Yeah,
Agony go for tag while they're still together.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I really like them. I reckon they're really good. And like I said, with my idea for like a tag team tournament with all the tag teams they got there, they were definitely on the list there, and they were
yeah,
like
for sure.
they can give us bangers.
But yeah, we got a lot of good tag teams, and I feel like especially now that the Motor City Machine Guns came in, uh, what's it called? Uh, New Day,
New Day, yeah,
about to come in soon eventually. Like that, this is the perfect time to like really hammer on the tag team division. And and honestly, I think another point that they need to focus on for like signings and just focus in general is the women's division. I feel like the women's division probably needs a bit more depth in AEW.
Mhm.
Because like
Yeah,
right now it's like centered around uh like you have Tekla, you have Tony Storm, you have Mercedes, you have Willow now, and like Statlander and Sheeta are kind of there as well. Um,
yeah. They've definitely got a lot of women there that can do so. It's just more the direction with a lot of the like the writing and stories that they're telling with these women.
yeah,
I love Tekla. I think she's probably the best women's wrestler in the world right now. Like I
she's the
love Tekla.
women's wrestler of the year, 100%. She's
No,
got that locked
she
in, one hundred
she's
percent.
100%. Like she's
She is a star. She's a star. And on it,
unreal in the ring.
yeah. Honestly, I think the best course of action they can do with Tekla at Wembley is uh what's it called, bringing Kyrie in either as an AEW talent or Stardom talent. Do
Yeah,
Kyrie Tekla 1-on-1, have Kyrie beat Tekla, and then she can get a couple people from Stardom to challenge Triangle of Madness for those Stardom titles. Uh, I think that would be good and a great way to introduce Kyrie in
yeah.
AEW.
100%. That's probably where they're leading, putting the Stardom titles on the Triangle of Madness as well.
Yeah,
Um, like I think that's probably is where they're leading. I said this yesterday with Byron on the Flex Zone, pretty much saying like all the free agents that are potentially coming in or that are available, Kyrie and is one that I think should just like signing her in AEW. She may get lost in the shuffle. Or they like I think they should focus more on the other girls coming up.
yeah.
Signing her to Stardom is fine if she signs to Stardom because you can use it anyway 4 or 5 times a year, and that's
Right.
cool.
And not to mention
So yeah,
Stardom, I'm sure would book her insanely well because like they made her the
100%.
first IWGP Women's Champion for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
She
yeah,
was a top star in Stardom. That's why I think it's better for her to be signed to Stardom rather than
100%.
AEW. But I won't complain if she becomes All Elite.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, 100%. I think that's probably the better move though, doing the Stardom route.
yeah.
And then Willow, I actually hope Willow retains at All In. To be honest, um, yeah,
I don't know, honest. I'm fine with either. Like I'd imagine like I feel like the safe route is giving it to Mercedes, but I could
Mhm.
see them just going completely 180 complete curveball, give us Willow retaining.
Mhm.
Uh and I'm just not sure how we uh go on necessarily from there. Maybe we like continue focusing on Hikaru Shida heel run, uh, or something. I don't know. Um,
I think, yeah, the women's division, like I said, there's a lot of women there that can definitely do something. I really think the best move would be for Willow to retain, and for eventually, I think it's going to mean a much more and be a lot better if Mercedes wins it as a face, so that can start her character arc from, because the heel thing, she's been the heel the whole time. It's kind of getting a bit old now.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So
she's great at it, but like, yeah.
She is great. But just for something like a bit different of a story, like she loses, crashes out, has this kind of character arc, slowly turn her face over the next kind of 3 to 6 months.
Right.
And then maybe Bailey comes in and she reminds her who she is and all this type of stuff. And then when she finally gets to the women's championship against a mega heel they put in there, whoever that is at the time, it's going to mean a lot more when Mercedes lifts it as a face.
Yeah, because I think it's better, because especially since you've basically already solidified your top heel, women heel of AEW. That's Tekla. That's forever going to be Tekla. It's probably better to not have Mercedes clash with Tekla for that slot. Now they could also just give it to Mercedes and then plan for Bailey to come in and then do Mercedes Bailey. I just don't know. Regarding challengers, for whether it be Willow or Mercedes, I do need to mention it because a lot of people are hoping for her back, and I do not. Please keep the doctor away.
Yeah.
DMD, like, I'm sorry, that match with Mercedes was the worst match I've ever seen. Like, if I was Tony Khan, I would fire Britt Baker for that match on the spot.
Yeah, it was disastrous. It just seemed like they didn't click in the ring for whatever reason, and it happens with a lot of wrestlers when they get in the ring together. For some reason, they just can't. But
it felt like, that match in particular, like, it showed, the way I saw it, it was like 100% because of Britt. It feels like Britt has like been devolving and continuously getting worse as time goes on. I don't know.
I think she did get exposed a bit once the women's division, like once she became top of the women's division and the other challengers came in and all that, in terms of like match quality. I think she did, once Mercedes came in and all of that, she did get exposed a little bit as to, I guess, how good she actually is. I, like, in terms of the character and all that stuff as a heel, like, I thought she was one of the top women in the industry at the time when she was at the top of her game. 100%.
Oh yeah, promo wise, character wise, I think she's fine, but like, I think ever since Jamie surpassed her when they were together, it was clear there was like no room for Britt Baker.
And there's obviously something like backstage and things like that. Obviously has to be truth to all the rumors that like pretty much no one likes her there, which is why she's not on TV, and who knows.
Probably.
Like, so to be honest, if she goes over to the WWE, it's probably the best thing for both parties. Like, they're going to try and make her a star over there just because of where she's come from, and she'll probably do quite well over there because, like, let's be honest, in terms of the caliber of actual in-ring wrestlers over there compared to
they push the bad talent and kind of the actual like really good talent, they kind of sweep to the side.
Yeah.
I don't get the strategy, but
because a lot of the reason is a lot of their talent that they build from NXT basically is just all models and athletes that they just turn into wrestlers, and because they put so much time and effort into these guys and they end up being good wrestlers and whatever, they want to push them more than like someone that comes in like a Kairi Sane, for example, who can wrestle her ass off, but like it doesn't really lose much for them if they just let her go. Like, they'll just move on to the next one they try and make from the PC that they've put in 5 years of time.
I feel like Britt Baker would have to start in NXT, or like regardless if she went to WWE, because regardless of whether they want to push her or not, put the rocket on her or whatever, like look at what they did. Like look at how people perceive Jade. When the fact that when she started and how she's been dealing with matches before without going to NXT. I feel like it would be way worse for Britt Baker if she started main roster immediately. Like, because what if you put her in the ring with Charlotte Flair, as much of a dream match as people might consider it to be, it's gonna suck. Charlotte's gonna like heavy carry her, which she could do that because of Charlotte, but I think it's gonna be.
This is one of the things with Jade especially as well, where it's kind of like depends on how you look at it, right? Like when she was in AEW, yes, we all knew she was very green and all that, but she was the women that she was in the ring with, she never really had matches that were like as bad as what she's having in the WWE. And in my opinion, the reason for that is because the caliber of wrestler in AEW is a lot higher than the WWE in the women's side, in my opinion, outside of like, your Io Skies and Rhea's and all that. They can make her look better because they are better wrestlers. When she's getting in the ring in the WWE, a lot of these wrestlers that she's in there with that end up having bad matches, like say Tiffany Stratton, for example, they're not out and out wrestlers. They're just converted wrestlers from being an athlete. Like they don't have the skills or the experience to make a bad wrestler look good. Because really the only match that Jade has had in the WWE that's been any good is the Rhea Ripley match, and Rhea Ripley can make anyone look good.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I think that's part of the problem as well.
Yeah, definitely. Regarding the match times, there were definitely a few matches I would have cut some time from. Obviously, like I understand the ladder match and not being what's it called, cut, or the Young Bucks, like Young Bucks getting momentum for All In, facing John Moxley and Will Ospreay, like that. Okay, that makes sense to me. But like, did the Dogs and Bang Bang Gang, arguably the worst match of the night, need to be 19 minutes? No. As like the fact they did have a few good spots, but I don't know. It just felt like something was missing for the Dogs and Bang Bang Gang, which is crazy because it sucks because it's Jay White, and I did wish, like, I do want Jay White. I don't know. Maybe I actually thought Gabe would come in. I was a little disappointed when it was just the Death Riders. I think the Dogs do need Gabe. And nothing
it's
again.
like a lot of the matches, like you said, like that match, even the like I said before, the Bandito and Fetch match, you could have cut easily like 5 to 10 minutes off that match. Same as Mark Davis and Andrade. Like all of these matches were not bad. Like they're all good matches, but Andrade and Davis went like 17 minutes or something. Like that's
16,
an 8 to 10 minutes.
16 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's an 8 to 10 minute match. Like there's no.
Well, I understand giving them more time because of the fact that like Andrade is like not only that, but Andrade is super. I would say Andrade is the most over guy in AEW right now. And last night on Dynamite, it proved it because that crowd was insane. Like how you know is basically AEW's Z. But Andrade can wrestle.
No, 100%. And like, I'm actually really happy for that guy as well, because he's obviously bounced in between back and forth. And he's always been a really, really good wrestler. And he never really, like his English still isn't great, but you can kind of tell that he's been working on it because he is speaking a lot more in English by himself. Before he was with Jose and the assistant there that did all the talking. And you can see he's put in work there, and he looks $1 million. Like, he's got all the tools just to be an absolute superstar. I would love to see him get a title run, to be honest.
I think he's gonna be like the first Mexican world champion for sure. And the Dogs and Bang Bang Gang. Regarding the Dogs, I don't really understand why they're not always looking good. Like, they're not bad. It's nothing against David Finlay and Clark Connors.
Yeah.
I think they're great, but I think maybe it's just because Gabe is missing, and Gabe is like really the fire that like heats them up and like really meshes
Yeah.
them together. Or maybe it's just like that it's not maybe it's not great to have them as like tag team like all the time. Maybe it would be better if we get Jay and David 1-on-1.
That's what. Yeah, I was just about to say that, because there's obviously a lot of history there between the two that they need to kind of like, I guess, kind of go on from the New Japan storytelling that they can do and things like that with the Bullet Club.
And I would argue Jay is, in my opinion, the best on the mic in AEW. Like like in WWE comparison terms, like Jay White feels like what WWE should be booking LA Knight.
Yeah,
pretty
100%.
much.
I love Jay White. It's a shame about his injuries and things, because to be honest, if he didn't have those injuries, I reckon he would have had a title run by now.
For sure.
Like, for sure. So
I think they've already like planted the seeds though for main event level caliber feuds after this David Finlay stuff. What's it, because you have Jay talking about saying Ospreay is the biggest fraud of the industry. I think that's like the top feud that you're gonna want if Ospreay, I'd imagine, when Ospreay wins the AEW World Championship. And in my opinion, that's the top feud for me. That's like the top match I'm waiting for. Jay White, Will Ospreay. That is the number one match I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
More than anything else. Especially like how good Ospreay is and how amazing Jay White is on the mic. But yeah, regarding Andrade and Davis, Davis has been underrated all year. I think he's been killing it all year. And Andrade, like right now, he's like more over than Ospreay and Omega. I would say it's like, wow, it's like crazy how fire he is.
Yeah. And he's like, again, he's got all the tools, Andrade, and Davis has been like, about a year and a half ago or whatever it was, when he got injured, and they started pushing Cole as a singles. And now obviously you can't look back with Cole as a singles. Like, he's a future champion. He's probably in the ring, arguably the best wrestler in the world right now, arguably. So once that trajectory happened for him, Mark Davis was probably like, coming back, I've got nothing. My tag team partner's gone. What am I going to do? Then he comes back, he starts with Doyle, and they were really hooking up for a couple of weeks, and then he tore his bicep. So then they started pushing him with his singles, and he's a really good. Obviously, he's been around a long time, and he's a really, really good wrestler. And obviously, being an Aussie as well,
I'm so happy for both Fletcher and Davis. Like, the fact that they came in to AEW as, in my opinion, one of the best tag teams like ever. Aussie Open was a fantastic tag team, and then now they're both killing it as singles. Like that, they've got so much going for them, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, 100%, man. And like I said, being Aussies, I'm always going to root for them a little bit more. But they're doing great work. Like, a lot of people say Mark Davis, why is he on TV so much, and all this stuff. But in the ring, man, like, especially for his size and things like that.
Another match I thought could have been cut a bit for time, and I actually don't like the choice, the result of, was the TBS title match. I love My World, but now it's starting to come off as Tony Khan is kind of trying to shove her down our throats, especially since she's still like a little green. I felt like it was kind of an easy layup to have Maya ultimately go be at Ring of Honor to beat Athena, because you actually have story with Athena, and even though it's kind of crazy, but like, it's bearable, because even though how amazing Athena is better than the entire Ring of Honor roster. I would say in Ring of Honor exclusively, Athena is the greatest of all time. And she's like proven that time and time
Yeah.
again with this title reign. Like Samoa Joe, she's surpassed Samoa Joe. She's surpassed
Yeah.
like a CM Punk. She in Ring of Honor exclusively. She surpassed, I would say, even Brian. She had like Ring of Honor. It was her domain for 4 years now. So yeah,
I think you're right in that regard. Where I thought that the way that we're going after Double or Nothing, like she had a great match at Double or Nothing. My word, like she was really announced herself. And I thought after that, with the angle they did with Athena, okay, she's going to go down to Ring of Honor. She's going to end Athena's reign now. She's broken the record and whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get Maya down there. She can do some work down there. Even like her and Billy Starks, two young wrestlers that are going to make it really big.
In Ring of Honor, Athena could have come up to AEW.
100, and that's what everyone's been waiting for so long. Like, why isn't Athena on AEW TV more often? It doesn't. Like the record's broken now. Everything's been done in Ring of Honor. Like let's move her up.
I felt like, I don't know, like it seems kind of like a forced what's it called, curveball, which I sort of appreciate the curveball that Tony Khan threw, but I don't think it was smart to have Maya beat Shida. Shida now being the shortest ever TBS champion and for the shortest ever AEW Women's World Champion, which now is a record, I guess, but which is funny. But I really thought it was like an easy layup to do Statlander and Shida at Wembley for the TBS title. Now, I would argue against Maya even making the card at Wembley because it just, I don't see.
I think where they're going to head for that is, I reckon it'll be probably a three-way, to be honest. Maya, Shida, and Stat. I reckon that's probably where they're heading with that.
And then maybe Persephone, we add her into that because
she's another one. She's so good. And there was a report that came out today. I don't know if you saw it, that the WWE is basically scratching their head saying, I don't know what they're doing with her because she's got so much talent and her booking's been terrible.
Which is hilarious given the state of WWE.
Yeah, of their roster though as well. But it is true though. Like she on AEW TV, she hasn't been booked well at all. She's obviously CMLL champion as well. And like last night, that match with Maya and Persephone, I get the background story and stuff, but pinning the CMLL champion, obviously it wasn't a clean finish and stuff as well. But like she doesn't get presented very well on AEW television.
I feel like they're kind of like in the middle of figuring out what exactly will get the crowd invested in Persephone because they just turned her heel. Now they might do like a tag team match with Maya, Stat versus Shida and Persephone. I'd imagine Grand Slam Mexico because I'd imagine Persephone would be on Grand Slam Mexico.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't fully know. Maybe we could just do a 4-way at Wembley, kind of get a bunch of women on the card. Kind of continue the Statlander and Shida story, and then have Persephone there. Maya gets a good showing. I don't know. I feel like it would have just been easier to do Shida Statlander 1-on-1. But I don't know. I give it a chance, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can go, but I think the all-in card, when it's all said and done, in the next few weeks, I think like on paper it's going to be probably I think it's probably going to be the best like on paper card that they've done for All-In at Wembley. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a really good show
for sure. I mean, and then apparently they've always planned to do Willow and Mercedes. Apparently, or I saw a report.
It was supposed to be the other way around, though.
Yeah, originally Mercedes was supposed to walk in as champ. And I don't know, maybe that gives the possibility of Willow actually retaining. But I'm just not sure. And Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight, great match, but it was predictable. It was kind of just to showcase Kevin and to get momentum for Omega. And I mean, the end was, I think, good. I think the end of Redemption was pretty solid. And then Dynamite happened that, like, people were complaining about the 34-minute overrun. I was like, given how fire the crowd has been, and given that insane promo by Osprey, I would have been fine with an hour overrun.
Yeah, I don't get the discourse about it, to be honest. Like,
it was a
it's just something to complain
fantastic promo, and I
Yeah.
noticed it like was kind of mirroring the Moxley promo from back in the day. I think, I don't know if it was like 20 something, I don't know, but
yeah, it was good. And like, I think it's just something to complain about for people that just don't like AEW anyway, to be honest. But for me, like, I thought it was a great show yesterday. And
sure,
outside of probably the Double or Nothing follow-up that they did this year in Dynamite, I think it was the best pay-per-view follow-up show they've ever done.
100%.
This was a close second yesterday. So they did a really good job of following that. And hopefully they continue that, because their follow-ups to pay-per-views before that have just been terrible.
And TK is really trying to get me to come, because once again he's promising a pay-per-view in Detroit. I'm like, he said like Little Caesars. I'm like, you know what? It's not Ford Field like I would hope, but if it's not like a big 4 pay-per-view, it's probably fine to be in Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Like do like Dynasty or Redemption 2027. That's fine by me.
That's cool. Yeah. That's fine.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's definitely weird, but Redemption, I guess it was okay show. I don't think it was fantastic, but it was something. I guess
like
now. My bad.
No, I was just going to say, like I said, I completely agree with you. Like, it wasn't the best show. What definitely wasn't like the worst pay-per-view you've ever seen. But in terms of AEW standards, it was probably something.
Yeah. And now we move on to the other one. SummerSlam.
SummerSlam is like, there's obviously, I don't think it has any business being a 2-night card. Like, I think they should just definitely keep that to WrestleMania if they're going to do 2 nights. The only one that makes sense to me to be 2 nights is WrestleMania. But outside of that, the only one that could possibly be 2 nights is probably the Royal Rumble to me, because you just have the women on one night, the men on one night. You can have the Royal Rumble itself go for about an hour and a half, and then a world title match, and then the mid-card titles. And
for sure,
that's easily a 3.5 hour show.
Looking at the card, though, it's just it's so underwhelming. And it sucks because, like, looking at the card that we have, like it's like some solid matches, but like we just don't care because they didn't put any effort into it. And like I feel like the way it's going, it's like gonna be one of the worst SummerSlams probably like ever, just given what we've been given for the past like 3 years, let's be honest, because to me 2024 was not a good year. We had WrestleMania 40, we had a Backlash and the best crowd of all time in France, and then since then it was just
nothing
downhill.
Like I think, to be honest, I think on paper, if we're looking at the matches on paper, I think it's actually better than WrestleMania last year on paper.
Yeah.
It just depends if they deliver or not. Pretty much the only ones I really care about on this show, to be honest, is the ones I'm looking forward to the most, Penta and Gable, because I think that's going to steal the show in terms of like the quality in the ring and their story with the whole luchador thing and El Grande and all that stuff. And then the only bad thing, I guess, is that we all know Gable's going to win. But hopefully it leads to Lucha Brothers getting back together and they heat up Rey Fenix and they get that tag division going, because
for sure
Lucha Brothers are probably the best tag team in the world. I love Penta, I love Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens. That's probably the main one. And the other one I'm really looking forward to is Gunther and Aldis, because Aldis is like a very underrated. He's a tremendous wrestler. He's great on the mic. He looks great. He's great.
100%.
Those two big men are just going to slap the shit out of each other, and it's going to be really, really good. So and I don't know if you saw his interview with Chris Van Vliet that dropped this morning.
I did see it,
where he was crying, and like it really means a lot to him to put on a show at SummerSlam. So
I'm sure Gunther and given how great Gunther is, how great all this is, they're gonna
100%
go 100% crazy. They're gonna steal the show.
Yeah.
My issue is I'm worried like they're gonna do Gunther and all this, and then they're gonna just like drop the ball. They're just not gonna do anything with Gunther, especially if he win. Like even if he wins, like it's like it's crazy because look at what happened after he retired John Cena. He retired
Yeah.
AJ Styles, and before that he retired Goldberg. What happens after that? He loses to Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes 3 times
Yeah.
in a
Like
row. I'm like, bro,
his booking's been terrible ever since all that. Like his booking's been abysmal. The only guy, like I would say, probably this year he's been the worst booked talent. The only guy that can probably, the only reason why he isn't ahead of him is because of injuries, and I think where they were heading would have been different if he didn't get injured. He's Bron Breakker.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I
there's
think it just takes a
also
cake.
there's also the people that are just not injured, not but yet not
doing
booked at
anything.
all.
Yeah, like Ray Phoenix, Carmelo Hayes, like there's heaps of them. Yeah.
Jordan Grace, where is she?
Jordan Grace,
Nowhere
yeah.
to be found. Ilya Dragunov, where is
Ilya
he?
Dragunov,
Nowhere
yeah. There's so many
And
there. Like, and
it's
to be fair, like to be fair on both brand, like even AEW, there's so many guys there. There's like where are they? Like even like we said before, like Britt Baker, like where she's been missing for 2 years. So it does happen on both sides.
I mean, for me, like when it comes to Britt Baker, like she's apparently like she's gotten into some fights backstage, and what's it called? She had that stinker of a match with Mercedes. Like, if that's the reason she's gone, I think it's 100% just But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's such free money that they're just like abandoning the fact that they're not even attempting to like do anything regarding Ilya and Gunther. That's like the #1 match that like everyone wants to see, and they're on the same show now. It's like, why are we not giving teases at least? Like, if you want to put it off until WrestleMania, fine, but like do something, please.
Yeah, them too, and it's just like even like Carmelo Hayes, for example, like the way this match was set up for the United States title with Corbin coming in, like it's such a simple story to tell. Like Carmelo got screwed, make the three-way, and that's it. Like just put him in there. He wasn't on WrestleMania. He's not on SummerSlam. Same as Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker can't even get a spot on the show.
Yeah, the worst part is, what's it called? Regarding the U.S. title, like I fully expect, unfortunately, with the pattern that this company has been giving, I fully expect Corbin to win the title at SummerSlam, and and that would be stupid. It's like, why? Because you have Trick, you have Mello, both on the same show. You were working with them, and then you just dropped everything for Corbin.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know. I can probably see Corbin winning. Like, obviously, it's not the right move to me. I think Corbin should just be brought in to kind of elevate these guys and be used as kind of like a stepping stone. Like he's older and he's not going to be a world champion or anything like that, which is fine because everyone has their role, everyone has their job. So but if they do move it off Trick at SummerSlam, that's like a telltale sign to me that he's moving straight up to hopefully that world title scene just to get some fresh blood in there, because this is like one of my main gripes with WWE, that the past 6 to 7 years, it's the exact same guys just on repeat, and they're all 50 years old.
You're a lot more optimistic than I am. I will be honest, because for me, if Corbin wins the U.S. title, I fully expect them to drop Trick and not even do anything with him, especially with Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes infecting the creative room. Like
I hear what you're saying.
On Unreal, they were saying like Trick is not ready, Oba's not ready. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bron Breakker, they want to shove him down our throats, but then we get 5 Danhausen segments every single week. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just as the sooner these guys go, the better, because the company creatively. I said this the other week too. If you look at all the different, like, quote unquote eras of the, not Triple H's eras, but the actual eras of WWE, Attitude Era, Golden Era, Ruthless Aggression, PG era, now the Netflix era, this is probably the worst creative era in the history of the whole company.
I am
like
actively like, especially after this year. Like, it was bad enough last year, bad enough during when it was starting to go downhill in 2024. Currently, like, just barely looking at 2026 WW. I'm not even watching the shows. I'm keeping up through Twitter, looking
yeah,
at clips on Twitter and
yeah,
Discord messages.
yeah,
I feel like I would rather watch what's it called? Seth versus Fiend Hell in a Cell on loop for 5 hours than
yeah,
this garbage. I'm like, how? How?
yeah.
How do
Nah,
we
it's
reach?
true. Like I just be the way the time difference is here for us in Australia. Like
Yeah.
all the shows go on live at the day after at 9:30 in the morning. That's when it's
Yeah.
live for us. So Raw, Raw Dynamite is really easy for me, and Collision as well because it's on a Sunday. I don't really do much on Sundays.
Yeah.
But SmackDown is on a Saturday morning here, and I'm always out and about Saturday morning, so I regularly miss SmackDown in the whole show.
Yeah.
And it's because nothing really hasn't happened on SmackDown. SmackDown's been probably the worst show in all of wrestling for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think it's probably overtaken Raw at the moment because Raw's been terrible too. Um, I do the same. Like I catch up with it basically off podcasts and stuff like the review shows on
Yeah.
like Solid Monster or JD or something like that. Like I'll
Like,
watch that to kind of keep up. And Twitter obviously as well. But when I
yeah.
can watch it, I do. But it's just it's getting to the point where it's just like it's a real drag at the moment.
Yeah. And just right now, we're looking at Saturday night one, probably the better night, because there's like actual meaningful matches. Even though we're starting with we're starting the list that we have. We're mentioning Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. Liv Morgan, I do not understand why they sabotage her. Every time she wins a title, they just immediately drop the ball with her. Like, they love keep pushing her and keep giving her moments to winning the title and stuff.
Mm.
And then as soon as she wins the title, nothing.
Yeah, like
Absolutely nothing. I don't
she,
understand.
this reign has probably been obviously the worst like of all time. 100 days no defenses, and like this whole Judgment Day story, they just need to tie a bow on this, get Raquel or Roxanne the belt off Liv, and just move on. Because
Yeah.
again, as much as the men's division is stable, so is the women's division because they keep pushing the
Yeah.
same people again. They refuse to strip Rhea of the belt when she's injured to do an interim bullshit thing, and just push some new talent in there and give them the ball. Like, I'm going to be very disappointed if Chelsea Green doesn't win this ladder match, to be honest. I think it's going to be Charlotte, but I want to see Chelsea Green with the title run. She deserves it. She's like the female LA Knight.
Yeah, for sure. Given the thing is, given the patterns of this company and given how ridiculously incompetent they are, and given the fact that she is from Minnesota, I fully expect them to give it to Tiffany.
Yeah, see, that would be a terrible.
That would be terrible.
Because, like, if you're going to do that, take the US title off her and give it to Chelsea. Or like, what's the point of having a US champion? I hate double belts, double champions. I can't stand it in any company. Like, I really hate it, to be honest. Especially when
is another downside regarding Liv and Io. Not only does Raw basically not have any babyface women, if Io wins, what's it called? They're probably gonna do exactly what they did last time Io held a world title, which is have her not wrestle until her actual pay-per-view defense, in which case she loses. It's like so basically the same as Liv Morgan's reign. I'm like, what are we doing? What's it called? Gunther, Nick Aldis, like we said, it's probably going to steal this show. I fully expect Gunther to win, and then they do nothing with him.
He kind of passed. If to be honest, the worst booking decision for him would be for him to lose to the GM. Although it's Nick Aldis, I would like Gunther should be going over, and hopefully this leads to more Nick Aldis as a full-time wrestler. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Because
And if they were smart, if they wanted to be actually care about money, they could easily have Gunther go back to attacking Aldous like after he wins, and have Ilya come out and then do it Gunther and Ilya. But no, God forbid.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. Like I got no faith in this writing team at all. So we'll see what happens. But I think by the end of it,
and then we
have two WrestleMania night one.
Yeah, we have 2 6-man tag team matches on night one as well. We got the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. And I hate it because I don't care for the Bella Twins and Paige. Paige is as bad as she was in AEW.
Yeah, it's
and the Bella Twins are worse.
They're like it's one of the things where it's that they're on this, they returned and gave them the belt and all this stuff, but it's like, who asked for them to, like, nobody was clamoring for these people to come back. Even AJ Lee, like I was never really a fan of her anyway, but she came back. She hasn't been seen for 3 months, and like what is the point? It's just Triple H goes into his bag and it's okay. Who have we got for a return pop, and who have we got for to pop the crowd? And have an awesome entrance. Who have we got? Who we're going to bring? Which celebrity is going to pop us for the next month? Like there's no direction with this creative at all.
Yeah, like the thing is, like okay, AJ Lee, you want to bring her in, have her be a part-time. She's going to be a part-timer. Okay, like bring her in basically for any like story with Punk or like really top end women story, but the women have the booking of the women has been very bad, and I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Lee is seeing that and she's like not keen to come back so quickly. Becky is also gone. Becky has not been seen for months, ever since she lost the IC title, and apparently there's been reports and rumors that Becky may also be frustrated with the creative of the women of WWE, as well as Bayley. Like
these mid card titles to the women have just been booked like horrendously. Probably the worst booked titles in all of wrestling. Like none of these women get over. None of these women have meaningful reigns. Julia's been buried. Like even like Lyra, for example, she had the biggest moment of her career, basically turning heel on Bayley, having that match, and now this is, in my opinion, her last chance to show them that she can give some character work and give something before they probably let her go. She's been there; they've given her a lot of opportunities. I think she's making it work great, but the problem is the booking is not helping her, because after that happened, her next promo is during the ad break. That's the only time.
Not only that, it was like,
what the fuck?
Not only that, it was to like imply a possible feud with Sol Ruka for the title. I'm like, okay, cool, fine. Yeah. And then Sol Ruka lost the title. I'm like,
exactly, after coming up to NXT and being there for 3 months, and she drops the title after.
And now Lyra,
days or whatever it was.
And now Lyra's on main event with Ren Sinclair. I'm like, why?
What are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing? Exactly right.
And then we got Bloodline slop with LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys.
I'm so over the Bloodline at the moment. Like Bloodline and Judgment Day, they just need to end. But the problem is they won't do it because he's got no other creative ideas. He's just banking on the same entities that he's been banking on for the past 3 years since he took over. Judgment Day and Bloodline, that's the biggest factions. And he's too afraid to shut them down, because then what? And then what are they going to fill their shows with? They don't know what.
And as Bobby Monsoon would say, click copy, click paste.
Yes, it's just like that's all it is. That's all it is, and that's all it's been. And even all their major stories, if like with the Bloodline, with the Judgment Day, it's literally the same story that they told 5 years ago, but they just instead of Solo, it's Jacob, and then instead of Rhea and Liv, it's Roxanne and Raquel. Like it's it's the same story, just different people plugged in.
Yeah.
Like they just don't come up with anything new.
And what's it called? The baby faces. LA Knight, once again being stuck in the bloodline vortex. When he
Bloodline
should
of the
be
Vision. That's all he's been
getting
doing.
toward, when he should be getting main like world title shots, probably winning the world title.
100%.
But now there's like no way they do that. Royce Keys, apparently this exceeds his expectations. I'm like, how? Like the last person that said this garbage booking exceeded his expectations is Alistair. He's unemployed now.
Exactly right. And it's like
it's
even
so
in this
demoralizing.
Even in this 6-man tag, it's like we don't even know who's who. Like who's the faces, who's the heels. Like it's just a
well, the bloodline are the heels apparently.
Apparently though, but then it's like okay, the bloodline are the heels, but then you've got Solo who's a heel. And
no, they turned Solo face. Apparently, Solo
they're trying to turn him face.
Yeah,
that's what it's very confusing. It's very confusing, and I think Solo, ever since his original Bloodline one, they booked him like an absolute geek for years. He just loses, gets pinned. The MFT sucked. Turning him face is going to be good for him because he's got a lot of charisma.
And not only that, like they're already showing. Like I would say, Solo's the bright spot of this match because like on Raw, as garbage as it was, like Solo was doing good as a babyface.
100%.
If you ask me, do not turn Solo heel ever again, please.
Yeah, he's got so much charisma, man. He really does. And like, you're right. In this feud, the whole Bloodline feud, he's the only one that's like kind of interesting, kind of funny, kind of just has charisma. The Usos, I'm so over. Everyone's over Jimmy, Jay. Jimmy's just boring.
Jimmy just doesn't do anything. Like if they actually put effort to Jimmy, like maybe they could have invested in Jimmy, but they just don't care about Jimmy. And Jacob, bro, they made Jacob a total cuck. Like I'm sorry, like they made Jacob a total geek.
And they did the same with Solo. They're like, it's just
I don't fully get it. And given this Samoan mind control that infects this company, I wouldn't be surprised. And given now Solo's now starting to be over as a babyface, I wouldn't be surprised if Solo wins Money in the Bank and ends up cashing in on Roman and ends up your next world heavyweight champion.
Potentially, and it's like, there's I guess a lot of ways you can go, but it's just just because there's a lot of ways you can go doesn't mean it's going to be interesting. Doesn't mean it's going to be good writing, good television.
And then you have Punk and Cody. It's like this was one of the most anticipated matches basically since Punk came back. And now nobody cares because they didn't really try. They didn't do anything with it.
Nah, I said this yesterday as well. It's like I think the sales were so bad for SummerSlam because this is obviously the plan for WrestleMania next year. That's what everyone has been saying, right?
Yeah.
So I think the sales were so bad, and they're like, you know what, we need to pull the trigger now to try and sell some tickets here. Let's put this together because it only came together in the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
And for most of that time, it's like, oh, you're my buddy, you're my brother, we're friends, and then can they coexist and all that type of shit. It's not really a meaningful sort like this. Yeah. This should have been a 6-month build. A 3 to 6 months build. Like they just smashed it together because they panicked. That's what I think anyway.
Really, really dumb. What's it called? It's really depressing. And then this is make or break for me for SummerSlam. The most like not really most important, but it's like it for me when it comes to actually watching the show. I do not care if they start the show with the Hell in a Cell. If Brock beats Oba, I am ending my stream and I'm done watching. I will stop watching. I will not even watch night 2. Like I will be so mad if Brock wins.
I can't see them doing that. I really can't. Like it has to be over.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't. But yeah, obviously everyone's going to be looking forward to the match because Hell in a Cell is two big monsters getting in there. The one criticism I have of this build and of this, well, there's a few criticisms, but the main thing is I don't think Paul Heyman should be involved in this feud at all, really. Like, he can be there, but he shouldn't be the one doing the promos. It'd be much better served and build this feud a lot better if it was Brock doing the promos face-to-face with Obas, because he doesn't have to have a full-on story of like underlying stories and things like that. It's just, I'm the biggest and baddest, and I'm going to kill you. And they have to go head-to-head, break apart, brawls and all that type of stuff. Paul Heyman isn't needed saying he killed the streak, he's a former UFC. Like, it's the same shit for the past 10 years. He just regurgitates the same shit. Get out of there. Just have Brock and Oba in the ring together with a microphone, and then a break apart brawl after. Like, Paul Heyman is not needed in this. That's my only kind of criticism.
But yeah, like, I don't care at what point of the show it is. If Brock wins, beats Oba, I'm probably gonna get myself canceled. That's the words I would have.
I reckon they are gonna open it though. I think
just please save everyone the trouble. Give it to Oba. Michael Hayes, we don't care if you think Oba's not ready. He's ready. Nobody cares what you think.
No, I think Oba's definitely going to win. They're going to lead next year probably, or maybe even, well, depending. Next year's going to be a bit interesting because it's in Saudi. They're going to trot out and pay anyone with a name to come out there. So it doesn't look like The Rock's going to be coming back, but
yeah. If they want to do something interesting, and if they really desperately want to have Samoan involvement, you want to give the Money in the Bank to Solo, you could easily have Roman Oba at Mania, and then Solo cashes in on Roman screwing Oba, and then you have Oba turn heel on Solo. And that would go crazy because Oba would be just as good as a heel. As he would be a monster heel. Like that. That would be like dangerous. Like everyone's dead if Oba turns heel.
Potentially. I just think going to WrestleMania next year, I think it's going to be really, really bad because they're just going to pay. Like, we'll probably see like real stupid shit. Like the Undertaker will get trotted out there for fucking a spot, maybe Stone Cold, like. Triple H might, like, it's just going to be stupid shit like that the Saudis will do because they'll just pay him a boatload of money to get as much name value that they can, and the show's just going to be a disaster. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah. Night 2, it's like we have Trick Williams, Baron Corbin. I fully expect Corbin to win, and I think it would be a disaster. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor for a number 1 contender for the WWE title. It feels like Sami is definitely winning this because, like, we're gonna have Balor win and then lose again to Punk again. Like that doesn't.
Yeah, Sami would have to win it. I would like to see in Sami Zayn in his character kind of arc for him to win, like lose a title shot and just go on a massive like crash out character arc where we don't see him for about a month or so, and then he comes back and he's got his shaved head, shaved beard, new look, and just a new Sami Zayn. That's what I would like to see anyway.
Yeah, or maybe he can come back just like normal look, but also bring in Kevin, ideally, hopefully. Pray to God, but because we all miss Kevin. We all miss Kevin. I literally said the day Kevin comes back, put the world title on him.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If he is close to coming back, who knows? They've been kind of, I guess, tight-lipped about him, but maybe even SummerSlam he could return and do something there with Sami. So who knows? That's another thing I've kind of mentioned that could be an angle if they want to replay that Sami and Kevin story of like that rivalry again. Who knows? Because we've seen it before, but
copy click base, but it'd be good because
it could be an aspect where he comes even at SummerSlam with Sami and Finn, and he doesn't want Sami to get the title shot because he's jealous of, he wants to be champion instead, and he cost him and Finn goes over. Who knows? So but if he does come back, that's going to be good because I love Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorites. Always has been.
Then we have the ladder match.
the fact that we didn't have an easy layup with JC Jane not in there is crazy. It is insane to me. Like, JC should be in that ladder match, and instead is fighting garbage wrestlers and the Bella Twins and Paige.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's Fatal Influence. Their stock has come down. Like, oh, they won the tag titles, but like they're probably gonna lose them to the Bella Twins, not long after, because I'm sure the Bella Twins and Paige are gonna win, at SummerSlam, and then the Bella Twins versus Fatal Influence for the tag titles, which, well, we'll talk about that a little bit later, because of a certain decision that they made. Penta versus Gable is going to be great. Happy for Penta that he's done so well with the IC title. Happy for Gable. I think this is definitely his moment.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is going to steal the show. Like, they're two great wrestlers. It'll be a good feel-good moment. Gable goes over, gets that singles titles run. Hopefully does really, really well. That IC title gives him a meaningful run, and hopefully it leads to the Lucha Brothers getting back together. I really miss the Lucha Brothers. I love them.
Roman and Seth, I mean, yeah, we love we all know the story behind them. We all know they're wrestling soulmates, basically. The problem is the build to this has been awful. Roman's promos have sucked. Seth gave, like, during this build, Seth gave the worst promo of his career, and it's like there's not. And we had NBA involved. We had Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton involved in this feud. Like, what? Why? And the worst part is Roman is like almost guaranteed to win at SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of predictable at this point. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a swerve and Rollins going over. I think it's going to be the bigger question for me is, are they going to beat Rollins clean? So I don't think it's going to be a clean finish. It's going to be some type of screw finish where some type of bloodline iteration is going to come out.
Yeah.
It's going to be some type of screw finish, I think. So
probably
to be honest,
Jacob or Zilla or
Zilla might make an appearance. That's what I said yesterday as well. It could be the same scenario when Solo debuted for Roman at Clash of the Castle. Clash of the Castle, I think it was, against Drew. So it'd be the same kind of scenario, help him get over, he joins Bloodline. So I think that's a big possibility there. But yeah, it's pretty damning of the creative, where we're looking at their four biggest name value stars.
Yep.
Well, three of their four, really. Seth and Roman, Cody and Punk, and like both matches, nobody really gives a shit. So
yeah,
what does that say about your career? And it says it in the crowd as well. Like, they're putting tickets on sale for $25.
Yeah, and they're like,
they're still barely at 30,000.
Yeah, they're barely at 30K each night in a 75K capacity arena. Like, this is embarrassing.
23 or 24 in Nashville, in Tennessee Stadium, where it was half field stadium. It's going to be the same as that.
Yeah.
So
like at minimum, half the arena is going to be empty seats, and the crowd's going to be dead, completely dead, and it's just going to be so depressing. And then let's talk about probably the worst setup match of the most embarrassing match of the entire two nights. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio in a human monies on a pole match.
I think this is actually going to open on ESPN, to be honest. I think that's what they said. So
I'm flabbergasted. Last year, Dominic was fighting AJ Styles and John Cena.
Yeah.
Now he's fighting Danhausen.
Talking about worst booking wrestlers of like Gunther, Bron Breakker, like Dom is definitely up to, like, they've so dropped the ball on this guy. Like, he was the most over heel in the entire industry for like 2 years. And
like,
again,
I wouldn't care
John Cena twice, had so much good matches and whatever. his character is better than. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Like I think he's funny as. I love his
Yeah.
character. I love Dom Mysterio. Lucky enough to meet him as well in Australia when they were here.
Yeah.
And like they've dropped the ball on this guy so much. Like Danhausen has been shoved down our throat. So I'm not even saying I don't like Danhausen. Like I think it's funny as. I
Yeah,
love
we
him in AEW.
like
I think it's
everyone
funny as.
loves Danhausen, but
Too much is too much, man. Like
right,
he's
like
a comedy,
I wouldn't mind if this was at Saturday night's main event against JD McDonough. Like Human Money is gonna pull like even as stupid as a stipulation that is. I'm still losing my mind over that. Against Dominic on the second biggest BLE of the year, like
I know it's ridiculous. And like my thing is with Danhausen again, like I actually like Danhausen a lot. Like I think he's hilarious, but everyone has their own space. Like he is a comedy spot not even a wrestler, like a comedy spot act. Because in the ring as an actual wrestler, like he is a terrible wrestler. Like he actually cannot wrestle pretty much at all. It's definitely not a WWE caliber wrestler.
Yeah,
but like, if you have him in backstage segments and botching the people's names and doing funny shit like that, that's fine. That's cool. I love that type of stuff. But in the ring, in like meaningful feuds and stuff, like that's not his fault.
Yeah, for sure. Like if he was doing it with other comedy acts like R-Truth or low jobber, not jobbers necessarily. Well, yeah, kind of jobbers or low carders like JD McDonough even. That would be fine, but like and then the stipulation, people losing their minds, what's it called, trying to make a big deal because I said this is a Vinceism. Like I don't care if Vince Russo, if this is Vince Russo's brand. I'm sorry, I don't care if it's Russo's brand or McMahon's brand. This is booking. This is creative. I expect from Vince McMahon, and honestly, I'm now convinced Vince McMahon is somehow, some way ahead of creative. He's I don't know if he's feeding information to Bruce Pritchard or Triple H or Nick.
I reckon he's doing that for years, Bruce.
Yeah, with Bruce or Nick Khan or Triple H or hell, Ariel. What's it called? The TKO guy. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, Ari Emanuel. Yeah.
Ari Emanuel. I keep getting mixed up with Ariel Helwani. Yeah. Ari Emanuel. Like it's stupid. Like what's next? So what when we inevitably do Bella Twins versus Fatal Influence for the tag titles, we're gonna do bra and panties match. Like, it's embarrassing.
Like I said, the Netflix era ever since, or the TKO era really, has been hands down for me the worst era of WWE's entire existence. So it's going to be very interesting to see going forward. I ultimately believe, I've been saying this for over a year now. Ultimately, I believe once it comes to WrestleMania next year, they're going to trot Vince McMahon out there because he's been found not guilty, but he's gone to arbitration. So there's no criminal charges, nothing's happened. In a criminal court, they can trot him out there in Saudi Arabia, and then Saudi's going to buy WWE off TKO. Vince is going to run it with his 14th and I company that he opened 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's just going to go back to Vince.
I'll be honest, the fact that you think it's going to be at WrestleMania, I think is optimistic because it very well could end the show on Sunday.
Potentially too.
I will declare this company like dead immediately. I will forget watching. Like I already know this company. There's nothing for this company. No hope for this company.
Especially if that happens. Like it's just gonna. I don't know, man. Like to be honest, it might even be a good thing that TKO just get out of the way and it goes to Saudis and Vince runs it. At the very least, no matter like if he's creative, it's going to be terrible and all that. We're going to get out of the hole of like all this celebrity bullshit and just like.
But the thing is, like a bunch of these wrestlers, like of the talent of the roster members that are rumoredly like they don't want Vince back or they're feeling good about this. I don't know why. Like if Vince comes back, I expect like a mass walkout. Like,
I would,
like
I
they
would,
better like CM Punk,
he's,
number one guy should walk out immediately.
he's not doing nothing. That guy's the fakest guy in the world. I can't stand CM Punk. He's not doing. He won't be doing
like,
nothing, mate. Like
like I don't
this is
know
the
if
thing.
he
Like,
just retires there, but like otherwise he's just a fraud. Because
no, he's been a fraud for a long time. I can't stand the guy, but he won't be the only one. Like, there's a lot of people that will be the time where it's like, hey, do you stand on what you say, or are you going to fold for the paycheck? And most of them will. And to be honest, a lot of them, you can't blame them. To be honest, if they're getting millions and millions of dollars, a lot of them are probably just going to stay. They're not going to do nothing. And we've seen it time and time before. Like, it's.
But I'm sure top guys,
masters.
like I'm sure the top stars, they have already have like plenty of money. They could probably just go to Hollywood or just retire on the spot, and they'll be like, okay, that's nothing. Like, we don't need to stay.
Yeah, 100%. But it's like, even with the Saudi relationship with the women and things like that, like the way they have to dress over there, and just the whole kind of hoopla about Saudi Arabia as well, where guys like CM Punk were outspoken about this and that, and he's not the only one. At the end of the day, they can turn around and say, I'm not going there. I'm not wrestling there. Like, I'm not. If you go tour there, that's fine, but I'm not coming. But they won't do that because they got a paycheck, so they're not doing that. It's not going to make a difference if Vince comes and whatever. If they had some moral ground to stand on, they would have done that a long time ago anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the number one thing, the number one people I'd imagine would be like, I would imagine would be like Punk and AJ Lee, because like even if he lets go of everything, Vince is probably like the one thing I'd imagine Punk would be like, okay, this is too far for me, because like he hates Vince.
Yeah, he does, but I don't know, man, because he really hated Triple H. I reckon he probably hated Triple H even more, to be honest with you. So, you know what they say in wrestling, never say never. So it's happened time and time.
I don't imagine AJ Lee getting along with Vince though, for sure, because especially like, I don't know, she comes off as someone who, one, doesn't like Vince, and two, the stuff that he's dealt with, even if he's found not or it's been settled or whatever, she wouldn't want to be associated with that. So she probably just could go and be gone, just stay gone. She came back for what's it called, Becky and Seth and Punk storyline, and that's it.
Yeah, she's basically gone now anyway, so it's not going to make too much of a difference, I guess. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really know how to feel like this. It's just depressing. And that Human Money's pole match, like, oh my god, it's gonna suck. And that Raw, that Monday Night Raw, that what's it called? That segment, probably the worst segment of Raw history.
Yeah, I would say so too.
And not only that, like, you bring Ryan Garcia. Are you kidding me? Why would you bring a vicious racist, Islamophobe, homophobic guy? Like, the dude has like publicly said the hard R multiple times, repeatedly in public. I'm like, why would you bring that? And apparently Netflix executives were there, and apparently TKO embarrassed themselves. So I don't know. Maybe they'll actually do something to fix it. But
who knows, man? It just goes to show there's no there's no moral ground or anything at all with these guys. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. And we've lost him. Well, it's my turn to the mic zone now, guys.
Sorry about that.
I think he's back. All good.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't fully comprehend the decision making. Like, honestly, the whole creative team is terrible. Honestly, terrible. Like, I would just get rid of the entire creative team, like Triple
Yeah, I think
H,
it's,
Bruce Pritchard,
mm,
Michael Hayes, uh, all of them. All of them should be fired and probably blacklisted from any creative rooms. Uh, it, it's just, I don't know, like, especially like, and the thing is, after SummerSlam, I'm probably done. I've become extremely apathetic. This to me, I feel this is easily worse than 2019 main roster, and I just can't handle this. Um, and I've realized it's taken an actual mental toll on me. Um,
yeah,
I need to stop. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do AAA, and maybe I'll just continue just being on streams with my friends, just talking to them rather than actually watching the show.
yeah,
Uh, and playing WWE 2K, I guess, because that would be more entertaining than this
yeah,
product. But yeah, even then, it's like there's just so much bad going on, and it's like I don't know what the future holds. Um, but yeah, that is SummerSlam. That is Redemption. There's this pro wrestling is happening.
yeah,
And yeah, AEW is just, they're already kind of filling in really good things, whereas it's seemingly
yeah,
getting worse for WWE. Because like,
yeah,
all in, we have Kenny and Osprey, we have Willow and Mercedes, we have Cage and Cope versus Young Bucks, we have, what's it called, the Casino Gauntlet, which honestly to me is always fun. um
yeah,
and then we have this Continental Cup that they're doing. I have no idea how that's gonna go.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but
it's a definitely, well, in my eyes anyway, definitely a more exciting product at the moment, a lot more going on. So, yeah, heading into All In and SummerSlam, we'll see what happens and what comes out of it. But
yeah,
definitely more probably optimistic on the AEW side of things for sure. So,
for
yeah,
sure. Well, guess that is done.
awesome, man. No, it was
Yeah,
definitely a great conversation as well.
yeah.
Thanks for having
I
me on,
I
and definitely,
enjoy. Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed this a lot.
yeah, awesome, man. But
Thank
yeah,
you for
definitely.
coming on.
Thank you for having me on. And yeah, like I said, we'll do something again next time, maybe with the
For
Flex Zone
sure.
boys as well. And yeah, if you're
Hell yeah.
free to join the Mark Zone when we go live, come on there as well and be part of the
Yes,
live chat. And
please subscribe, like, and subscribe, especially to my special guest over here, and
no, thank
also
you,
to the
man.
Wolf Den Wrestling Podcast.
Absolutely,
We're
absolutely.
closing the books here, and I have no idea what the next podcast stream is going to be about. I'm going to figure that out at some point whenever
No,
things happen.
all good, man. Well, yeah, thanks for having me again. Enjoy SummerSlam, enjoy it all in, and I'm sure we'll chat very soon.
Yep, have fun. Thank you all for coming. Have a good night.
Awesome, man. Bye.